Imagine this, you buy a used car and then discover the previous owner left something behind. Who gets to keep it? NBC's Dan Abrams reports on the used car that could turn out to be a clunker or a cash cow.
Last spring, Jeffrey Chappell thought he'd found a real steal. $5,400 for this 1995 Volkswagen Golf with only 3,600 miles. A bargain, even at an auction where cars seized by the federal government are sold as is to the highest bidder.
I thought, here's a car with really low mileage for a lot less than it would be new, and I thought it was going to be great.
But after just 2 months, the car conked out. So Chappell brought it to this Kansas City repair shop. The problem appeared to be a clogged fuel pump. When the mechanic removed the pump to take a look, he immediately found the cause of the problem: bags of cash floating in the fuel tank.
He said that they were pulling tons and tons of money out of my car. And I said, okay, how much is tons and tons?
$82,000 cash, wrapped in plastic baggies. Chappell and his mother, Helen, with whom he shared the car, immediately began thinking about how they would spend it.
This is a chance for me to go on another trip. And I do want to get to Ireland. I haven't been there yet. Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
But Helen Chappell can't take that trip, at least not yet. Why? The mechanic called the Drug Enforcement Agency before alerting the Chappells. Jeff says he then received a call from a DEA agent.
He said, this money is soaked with gasoline, and he said, we can't let it out into circulation, it's dangerous. So he told me they were going to take it to the Kansas City Federal Reserve Bank, and he said they would have it destroyed and cut me a check.
Chappell never saw that check. The feds confiscated the cash and now claim the money belongs to them. While they refused our request for an interview in court papers, they say there is probable cause to believe the money was stashed in the car by drug dealers before it was seized, and that like all illegal drug proceeds, the money belongs to the government. Attorney Paul Katz filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Chappells.
It's a very simple case. It's just that the government doesn't understand how simple it is. We bought the money, we bought the car, it was abandoned by the government, and we bought it. It's that simple.
But it's not quite that simple, according to law professor Chris Kobach.
This is going to be a very close case. At the outset, it looks like the government has real advantages because federal civil forfeiture law is so sweeping, is so tilted in favor of the government. All that needs to be established is that there's probable cause to believe that the property is in some way associated with drug sales.
To make matters worse, the Chappells say the car's a lemon, that in just 7 months they put in nearly $1,400 for repairs. But they say they're willing to accept it as is. They just want the government to do the same. For today, Dan Abrams, NBC News, Kansas City, Missouri.